Oh yeah. So today, whoa, we're kind of surrounded by books right now. Today I'm going to be doing a February wrap up, and I'm going to be doing a what I want to read in March. I'm like out of breath. What I want to read in March, but I'm gonna have Siri pick what I want to read in March. So this is gonna be interesting. But first, I'm gonna start out with my February wrap up. So the first book that I read, which I started it in the ends of January, but I finished it in February, which is Darling Venom. This book was it was honestly different than what I was expecting. I mean, I don't really know what I was expecting, but it was just different than what I was expecting. I really loved it. I was going back and forth between a 5 and a 4.5 star, but ultimately I picked a 4.5 stars. I really love the characters. I wish that they showed more of the first, couple first, because it was only a little part of the beginning, and I just wish they showed more of them. I loved this book because it actually made me laugh, because I have very dark humor, and them just, talking in the beginning, I was like, you know? I also tabbed it, but you, can't see the tabs because of, the cool pages. I really like the pages in here. They're kind of cool. It has, you look up the trigger warnings before you read it. Next, this book, 5 stars. I did not expect to like this book that much. This has been sitting on my shelf since summer of 2022, I'm pretty sure. What was that? This has been sitting on my shelf since this summer of 2022. It's just been sitting on my shelf. This book. That's why I want to do Siri picks what I read, because there could be so many books on my shelf. Sorry about the background noise. There could be so many books on my shelf that are 5-star reads like this that I love, that I just haven't picked up because I just don't know about them. But I love old Hollywood books. I love old Hollywood, so this really was just a great story. And I don't know, it was just a great story. I was actually reading it, and she felt like a real person. Everyone felt like real people, and you actually felt like you were reading someone's actual story, which was magical. Thank you very much. Next, I read Shatter Me because my cousin was reading this. She said she loved it, so I was like, I have to start reading it. It was on my shelf. It wasn't on my TBR for the month, but I decided to start it, and I loved it. It's dystopian, not really something that I usually read, but I really liked it. I gave this a 3.5 stars. It was decent. It was good. I think that it has gotten better. Well, I have started more books in the series, and I'm excited to keep going. I like all the characters. There's some characters that are just really funny, and it's a good book. It's a really fast read too. It's really fast. So after I read that, I had to go and get the novellas. So I read the first one, and I like the novellas because they're in all the books in the series are from Juliet's perspective, which is the main girl, but the novellas, these ones at least, are from different people's perspectives, which is really cool to see what they're thinking in the moments. Then next, I read Daisy Jones and the Six. I read Evelyn Hugo, so I went and got this right away after. This I read in 2 days. I gave this I forgot to rate it. I gave this a 3-star. Destroy Me, the first one. I gave this a 4.5 stars. It was really good. I loved the characters. Graham was really funny. I loved his little one-liners. I have a lot of quotes in here that are just really good. I read this because I wanted to watch Destiny's reading vlog of it. I just wanted to watch that video, so I had to read the book so I could watch the video. And the show is coming out. I don't know when. March something, I'm pretty sure. But the show is coming out for this, so I had to read it before I watched the show. But it's another kind of old Hollywood kind of thing. Her books, there's a lot of life lessons, even though you're reading about someone in Hollywood, and obviously I'm not a Hollywood star, but there's still lessons that you can learn from it, which is really good. Now I'm reading Unravel Me. This will kind of transition to the next part of this video. Now I'm reading Unravel Me, and I'm almost done with it, so I'm not going to put this in my Siri picks the books because I'm literally already reading this. So this will be in my March wrap up, and you guys will see what I rate and how I like this book. So I have all of the books on my physical TBR, which isn't like that much. It's like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 books. I'm gonna pick out 5 because that's usually what I've been reading. I've been reading about 5 books each month. So I'll make 5 groups of 4 randomly. Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull them out randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'll show you guys each of the groups right now. So the first group is The Thrill of It All, which is a, what are these called? Biography, autobiography, or whatever, of the girl that was in the Thriller music video for Michael Jackson. Then I have the second novella of It's Fracture Me. Then I have Normal People, which has been sitting on my shelf forever, and I need like something to force me to read this because it's just been sitting there. Then I have Layla, which this has also been sitting on my shelf forever because I was going to read it in October, but I didn't have time. The next group, I have Hopeless, which I've also been wanting to read because I read, which I hate this cover. I wish I got this cover without the freaking person on the front. But I read All Your Perfects, which I guess you're not supposed to read first, but whatever. But I really want to read this so I can, finish the little, group of books that come together. Then I have Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. Been really wanting to read that as well. The Inheritance Games, which, this trilogy has been really big recently. Then I have The House Across the Lake, which I haven't been really reading that many thrillers, so. Then I have, in the next group, Regretting You, which I've had this on my shelf forever too, another Colleen Hoover book. Twisted Love, first book in the Twisted series. All the Right Places. I didn't even buy this book. My sister had this book, so she doesn't really read, so she just gave it to me. She's had it for since middle school. Then I have Love in Other Words, which I need to read this book. I've just been not putting it off, but I just know that's gonna be a good book, so I'm saving it for when I just need a good freaking book that I'm gonna love, if that makes sense. The next group, ooh, this is a good group. We have Malibu Rising, Ignite Me, A Little Life, and Icebreaker. No, I folded it in my shelf. Oh my gosh, I knew that was gonna happen. See, this is what happens when you shove things in your bookshelf. That's so my bad. It's so my bad. So the last group is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Addicted to You, which if I start this, I feel I don't want to start this right now because I'm reading the Shatter Me series. I don't want to start another series and be in 2 series at once. If You Had Been With Me, and then Things We Never Got Over. Is with all of these separate groups, I'm going to take Siri and then ask her, pick a book, 1 out of 4, and then whichever one it picks is in my TBR. And I'm also using my iPad. Sorry, I'm not, I am an iPad kid, I guess, but oopsie, shut up, Siri. So I'm just gonna start, they're in piles, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 in the pile. I'm actually gonna start with this group right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a number 1 through 4.
The answer is 2.
2. Normal People. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of glad that it picked that. Also, I'm gonna try to stand by these books, but I'm probably gonna read the second book in this. The second novella in this anyway this month. But I'm gonna try to stick with these, but we'll see. You'll see in my March wrap up if I stick with these books. This is the next group, so pick a number 1 through 4.
The answer is 4.
4. Hopeless. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited. I need to read this book. I like the floppiness of the book. I don't know, that was so random, but I don't like the cover. I wish I had the firework cover, the new one. Whatever. Next we have this group. Ooh, this is a pretty good group as well. So let's say pick a number 1 through 4.
The answer is 2.
Oh, I don't really want to read this. I don't know. I never bought this book. I just got it from my sisters. It hasn't been one that I really wanted to read. All the right places. We'll see if I get to that one. We'll see. We will see. Next is this group of books. This is a really good group. I'd want to read any of these. But A Little Life is going to take me really long, so I don't know if I want that at the moment. We'll see. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 4.
It's 2.
No way, just pick 2, which is A Little Life. I have really bad luck. I mean, I want to read this book. I just don't know if I want to read it now. You know what I mean? This is a really thick book. This is probably the thickest book I have. Yeah, I think it's actually, I don't know if it's thicker than Things We Never Got Over, but now we have, why did I do that? This is also a really good pile. So this is the next one, last one, best one. Maybe I'll pick another one after this. I don't know. We'll see. Pick a number 1 through 4.
That would be 1.
Oh, Things We Never Got Over. Another thick book. Jeez. You have 2 of my thickest books. Yeah. Ow. I just hurt myself. Ow. I kind of want to pick another one. I'll pick, I think, 1 through 5. And then whichever one that it picks, whichever group that it picks, then I will pick a book out of that group. So 1 over here, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the groups. So pick a number 1 through 5.
It's 1.
1. This group. This is like the worst group. Pick a number 1 through 3.
That would be 1.
Are you kidding me right now? Layla. Okay. So just to go through again the books that we got, I got Layla by Colleen Hoover, which a lot of people don't really like this book. Things We Never Got Over, which I am excited about this. I do want to read this. I mean, I kind of wanted to read it more in the springtime, so we'll see if I actually get to this book. We have A Little Life, which I guess I can read this now. I'm like excited to read this. I've seen a lot of people recently read this, like Destiny and Allie. Just Allie, I think, is her booktube. I love them. They're really good booktubers. Destiny is like my favorite, and Sarah. But I really wanted to read that. That's why I got the book for Christmas. But then we got All the Bright Places, which is another sad book. 2 sad books. I don't know if I can do that. And this is probably pretty deep as well, which is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, which has been sitting on my shelf, which I need to read this as well. So I guess that's good. And then last, Normal People by Sally Rainey, which we'll see. It's a short book, but like people say it's just like kind of boring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. That's 6 books, but like that looks like a lot of books because they're so thick. So that's my March TBR. Siri picked my March TBR. Hopefully we stick to it, but we'll see. I'm gonna write them down in my book journal. Toodaloo.